Fun, practical, cheap, and sporty are words that usually never get tossed together when talking about cars, but hatchbacks have proved that theory wrong. Time and time and time and time again, they've done it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and today, that's exactly what we're going over. We're going over 8 incredibly dirt cheap hatchbacks that you can buy right now if you wanted to, or maybe tomorrow. They'll probably still be there tomorrow, so don't worry about it. Don't stress. Guys, if you want to support the channel any more than you already are, I say this every video, but I'm just gonna say it again. Head on over to www.smoothstance.com/shop to pick yourself up a hat, shirt, or shorts. And with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. All right, now coming in at the number 8 spot, the technically last place of this list, it is the Scion XB, which stands for X-Ray Bobcat. And this incredibly odd little car had every reason out there to fail. I mean, the design was just so weird, and history has proven time and time again that box cars usually don't work, but somehow, in some way, Scion made it work. I gotta be honest, it kind of surprised me that this Scion, out of all the companies, was the one to make this car succeed, because they have made cars like the freaking Scion TC or the XD. Do you guys remember the freaking Scion XD? The thing is hideous, which, let's face it, they aren't that cool. It came with a 1.5 liter inline-4, making only 103 horsepower to the front wheels. And in no way is this car a little race car. It just looks baller when slammed to the ground. That's pretty much it. This car is an acquired taste, however. But if you are the kind who likes these kinds of cars, you're in luck, because they can be found for only like $3,000 and some change, maybe. And you get to look like a DJ from the movie Cars, but with a manual transmission. Now, you can find them under 3K all day long too, but the only problem is they're going to be a lot more like junky. And at this point, like with the Scion XB, there's really no point in trying to save the money, because even the good ones are dirt cheap, if that makes any sense. Coming in at numero number 7, numero and number, it just means the same thing. It is the wonderful Ford Focus ST. If you ever wanted a Ford Focus RS but didn't have like $40,000 to completely waste your money on, don't at me there, by the way. There is no justifying the purchase of a Focus RS for the prices that they are. They are way overpriced. Then go ahead and strap on your Heelys and break out your freaking yo-yo and buy yourself a Focus ST, all right, buddy? Because it's pretty much the same thing. It comes with a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 that makes 252 horsepower to the front wheels. Once again, most hatchbacks, by the way, are going to be front-wheel drive. It's just like kind of their thing. I don't really know why. And the car actually looks pretty decent. Something pretty cool about the Focus ST is that these cars only have manual transmissions. So if you ever see somebody driving a Focus ST, you 100% know that they know how to drive a manual transmission, which is kind of like a subtle hint that, like, yeah, I'm into cars. So it's like, if you see someone in a Focus ST, just know that that guy's a car guy. Plus, these cars only cost right around the $7,000 to $10,000 mark for a decent one, but you're going to have to live with the fact that you drive a Ford Focus and not a PT freaking cruiser like a real man. Strap on your PT cruising boots, because those puppies, they go everywhere. In the wonderful 6th position, I don't know how to say that word. I hate it so much. 6th? Is it 6th? Is it 6th? It's so annoying. It is the Abarth 500. Oh, this little freaking guy. The base model Fiat 500 looks like something that people would just not drive if they were given the choice. But the Abarth 500 is a completely different beast. It comes with a pretty small 1.4 liter turbocharged inline-4, making a pretty damn good for a 1.4 liter inline-4, 160 horsepower to the front wheels. And that little engine somehow makes one of the coolest sounds out of any 4-banger ever. It doesn't make any sense. They also look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, and they only cost right around the $10,000 mark for a pretty nice one too. Also, if you do buy one, I just have to say you must be incredibly comfortable with your masculinity, because there's no way people that think that they're not manly enough are gonna buy these cars, because they are like, they're well, you know why. Number 5 has absolutely got to go to the Subaru Forester 1st generation. I know what you're thinking. There's nothing special about Subaru Foresters. Every time that you see a Forester, a freaking grandma's driving it. Well, first off, buddy, grandmas are pretty cool, all right? My grandma's cool. She used to skateboard, which was pretty cool. And second, you're wrong. They are special. They came with a 2.5 liter flat 4 that made 165 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive because it's a freaking Subaru. And the reason that this car is so special is because that motor is a naturally aspirated version of the WRX motor. Now, red alert real quick, sound the damn alarms. Those naturally aspirated Subi motors tend to have head gasket issues when boosting them. But hey man, maybe you can get lucky. I feel like legally I have to inform you that turbocharging one of these motors is probably not going to be the best choice, so you probably won't get lucky. But these cars are incredibly cheap, man. They cost right around $2,000 to $4,000. They have plenty of space. They're all-wheel drive. You can drive it year-round, and they look cool as hell when you slam them on the ground. Grandma cars can look awesome when they're lowered. Number 4, we are halfway done with the list, and it goes to the Mini Cooper S. The S stands for sick, which it's just such an underrated little car, man. It comes with a 1.6 liter supercharged inline 4, making a very nice 214 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive, of course, as well, because it's a freaking hatchback. And yes, I know that every single girl in the world out there seems to love the Mini Cooper, but why are you even complaining? I hate when people say, dude, girls like that car. Yeah, that's cool. Like, why would you not want the girls to like your car? Anyway, they have decent space, they're pretty damn reliable, and they look actually pretty gnarly if you like slam them on the ground. There's a yellow one in my town that has an exposed intercooler, and that thing looks sick. Now, I'm going to be the first to admit though that this is no race car. You're not going to be winning too many races with this thing, but it's just an amazingly fun little daily driver that has a very weird interior. It's like clock is like massive, and they are incredibly cheap. Like, they're under $3,000 for a very good one, cheap, which is surprising as hell because this car honestly is like pretty freaking cool. It's really surprising that these cars aren't more money. All right, so now we are at the number 3, the wonderful third position, the bronze medal baby, and it goes to the pretty damn sick, really underrated Volvo V70R. Now, I know what you're thinking. This car is a wagon mark, not a freaking hatchback, and to that I say, stop bullying me, because it hurts my feelings, and you, my friend, aren't gonna come to my birthday party anymore. But to me, this car is just as much a hatchback like as it is a wagon. Okay, they're pretty much the same thing. It comes with a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline 5 that makes a really nice 300 horsepower flat, and it was all-wheel drive as well. It's weird how little people talk about Volvo because they make some insane cars, man, and like no one ever mentions them. Now, it may not look that incredible stock, but that's kind of what Volvos are all about. They are awesome little sleeper cars, and yes, these may be a little bit more expensive than most cars on this list, but I found an incredibly clean one for $10,000 exactly, which in my opinion is an amazing deal. You get all-wheel drive, 300 horsepower, a turbocharged inline 5 Volvo wagon that you could fit literally your whole family and your friend's family and their dogs in. And if you're going golfing, slap the golf clubs in the back too. You got enough space for that. It's a freaking great deal. Coming in at number 2, second place, silver medal if you ain't burst your last, Ricky Bobby. It is the good old Volkswagen GTI Mark 6. The GTI has easily got to be like the best in terms of hot hatches. They really honestly started it all, and they still to this day do it just amazingly, a lot better than most of the competition. But every car has a flaw, and with the GTIs, it is that they are becoming more and more boring as years go on. Volkswagen, in my opinion, this is all obviously my opinion, but Volkswagen seems to be worrying more about like the common folk now, so all their GTIs are just kind of suffering from it and becoming more and more lifeless and just like daily driver cars. And due to that, I just couldn't put this car as number 1. They do, however, come with a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4 that makes 200 horsepower to the front wheels, and I just want to point out that Volkswagen makes the smallest improvements to their GTIs every year. You know how in the gaming world people make fun of like Call of Duty players for playing the exact same game every year? That's how Volkswagen is with their GTIs. They make the same car and just like change a couple things on it. Like 200 horsepower? Really? Come on, man. It's like freaking 21st century. You guys should be making a lot more horsepower than that. But they are still a great choice, even though I've been hating on them this whole time. They really are a good choice. They're reliable. They're dirt cheap, right around the $7,000 mark, which is such a good deal since they were made like only like a couple years ago too. They're new. They're reliable, they're comfortable, everybody knows them, huge aftermarket support, sound really cool too. Volkswagen sound awesome, and you can tune them to make a lot of horsepower, and it's like $7,000. That's a good deal. But number 1 has absolutely got to go to the MazdaSpeed 3. The freaking MazdaSpeed 3 was a car that I don't think anybody saw coming, to be honest. It was built from the ground up to be just an enthusiast car, and it did it incredibly well. It came with an incredibly tunable 2.3 liter turbocharged inline 4 that made a very nice 263 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive, of course, because every single hatchback is front wheel drive, I guess. That is not only one of the best horsepower numbers on this list, but it's also one of the best engines to modify. And remember how I said before that they were built for like enthusiasts? Well, if you don't, then you have short-term memory loss, but this car was offered with a manual transmission only. Okay, that's awesome. Just like the Ford Focus ST that we talked about earlier. It is so cool to see that. people, like when companies build a car and they're like, hey, car guys, here you go, have fun with it. I'm just like, thanks man, I appreciate it. But due to the fact that they only come with a manual transmission, sadly they weren't like bought that much by the common folks, so they are kind of rare, which means that prices are still pretty high. I found one for right under $13,000, and that may be a lot, but in my opinion it's still very worth it, dude. These cars are incredibly cool. Highly tunable engine, a lot of horsepower out of the factory, look really good, and has all the hatchback needs that you will need in it. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment another video that you'd like to see down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. Also turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video, so you don't get late. We don't like late people here. You gotta be tardy. Alright? Thank you guys so much for all the support we've been getting recently. One of my videos like absolutely blew up, and so we've been getting a massive influx of new subscribers. So thank you guys. If you're new here, hello, my name is Mark Ronan. I do this stuff all the time, and I just put up a green screen, and I'm really bad at using it, and I don't write out the smartest of scripts, and I'm not that good at editing. But thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it either way. Either way, guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I keep saying that. Das Vidania. Have a nice night.